We didn't even kiss. Ray. 1000%, 1000%. You've seen it, you've heard of it, but have you watched it? Have you read it? I read it and I watched it. We're gonna be talking about heated rivalry. Heated rivalry. Heated rivalry. Heated rivalry. I'm wearing a hockey jersey because I'm 1000% gonna talk about hockey in today's video. Heated Rivalry is a new show that everybody and their mother is talking about. It's originally a book that goes by the same title, Heated Rivalry. It got picked up to be a series by a Canadian streaming service, Crave, and then got picked up for international streaming services by HBO Max. It's a 6-episode series and it's already making so much noise. I actually heard about the series before it came out and decided to read the book. Did I finish the book? No. Did I read almost all of it? Yeah. Am I still gonna give my opinion like I'm an expert on the book? Yeah. As I'm filming this right now, the first 3 episodes have come out, so about halfway through the series. I know. Once the last 3 episodes come out, if you guys like this video, I will do another part on this video. If you guys don't, I'll never talk about it again. And I'll say sorry and apologize for even considering making a video for the second part of the series. This is not gonna be a full commentary because there is just simply too many graphic scenes to do it in my usual style of commentary videos and make it something worth watching. So I'm gonna do a little bit of commentary. I'm going to be watching some of the clips that I'm going to be talking about so we can have some context for this discussion. And now for a message from today's sponsor, Free Cash. Do you ever wish all those hours you spend playing games could turn into real money? Well, Free Cash is here to make that possible. Free Cash is a free online platform where you can earn money by playing games, completing surveys, and so much more. There are over 500 games to play, so don't even worry about not being able to find a game that you like playing. So this means anytime I'm in a waiting room or need just some time to kill, I can play and earn, maximizing every little bit of time I have. No matter what game I'm in the mood for, Free Cash always has an offer that's worth checking out. Disney Solitaire was on my offer list, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I've been kind of addicted to it. I play it every single night before I go to bed, and I've never played solitaire like this before where I'm just so invested. I've never actually played a solitaire game like this before. It's a little bit different and it's a little bit more challenging, and to be quite honest, I have been playing it throughout the day all the time because I really want to complete my Disney scenes, and Disney Solitaire has been my new obsession in terms of mobile games. The first time you want to cash out on Free Cash, you can do so once you've reached $20. After that, you can cash out at any amount. Unlike other platforms that make you wait till you hit like $100 to cash out, after that first cash out on Free Cash, you can withdraw at any amount. And there are multiple different withdrawal options like PayPal, Venmo, direct transfer, or even gift cards. Free Cash has a 4.8 rating on Trustpilot, and if you refer friends to the app, you actually get a bonus. The more offers you complete, the more offers you get. This means the more you play, the more opportunities you get to get paid. So make sure you use my link in the description or scan the QR code that's on the screen to get a $5 sign up bonus and get to playing and start earning. Thank you, Free Cash, for sponsoring today's video. So if you don't know, Heated Rivalry follows a story of 2 hockey players, 2 rival hockey players that go by the name of Ilya Rozanov and Shane Hollander. Ilya Rozanov is Russian and Shane Hollander is Canadian, I believe. They're supposed to be the best of the best, top of their game, rivals all day long, and as they butt heads, they butt something else. The plot follows the ups and downs of many years as they keep this steamy connection a secret and then start to develop romantic feelings towards one another. The book and show have already taken a similar path of pretty much 1-to-1. They follow the similar time jumps, and they're going through a lot of time jumps within the first episode because they're trying to fit in what is seemingly like, I would say like 5 to 10 years within the book into 6 episodes. But we will get into that later about their whole need to fit the entire book into 1 season, and then episode 3 comes along and then you're like, I don't really think you cared about fitting everything about Ilya and Shane into this 1 book when you did that. Whatever, you know, whatever. Pop culture wise, this show has taken a quick big leap to becoming one of the most talked about shows on at least my Twitter. But on other accounts, there's constantly new articles written about this show. The books were sold out, and we could see the follower influx of the two leads of the show grow rapidly. If the next 3 episodes also have positive feedback, I can probably ensure that this will get a second season and hopefully 4 more episodes. Each episode is about 45 minutes, and there's lots to cover within every single episode. So let's dive in. So the first episode follows the story of how they meet and their first encounters, as well as their first sexual encounters. Like I said earlier, this takes place over many years in just 6 episodes. So it's essentially a slow burn romance with these characters not really even interacting for months at a time. But because it is such a short series, it has a fast-paced storytelling device. So here we have them meeting, and this is like an interesting scene because it kind of evokes this tension that Ilya does not like Shane Hollander like at all. I don't know why I just referred to him as Shane Hollander.
Oh, I'm not sure you're supposed to smoke here.
Shane tries to make conversation with him, and Ilya just kind of brushes him off and says like, you're not gonna be this nice to me later when we meet on the ice.
You will not be so nice when we beat you.
You're not gonna be so happy when I'm beating your ass. Within the game, of course. I don't know why it would not be in the game. The story starts in 2008, and this is when they first meet and they have this interaction. He's like, we're gonna beat you, whatever. In terms of my first initial reactions as someone who read the books and obviously had my own imaginary visualization of these characters and how everything would look, XYZ, and how it would be paced out, I think the casting was done great. I think they both have physical attributes that line up with the book descriptions of the characters. One thing that I want to praise the show on immediately is their choice of soundtrack. I think that a lot of the times when we get romances, and especially sports romance, I think it's really common for the soundtrack to be its one flaw because they're not really understanding the pace of the show and what the show really needs, because as well as it is a romance, it's also a sports show, and a sport needs something lively and something that kind of gets your heart pumping, whereas a romance needs you to settle down. Because this story goes so quickly into a situation, friends with benefits type relationship, you want to keep that bumping heart rate up because it's kind of the feeling you get when you're in a friends with benefits. It's not slow, it's not romantic, it's not intimate, it's fast paced, it's impulsive, it's like a game of hockey. I have no idea. I've never played hockey in my life. I've never played that. But I love the pairing of sports and a competition with friends with benefits because I think that that rivalry is something that a lot of people have within friends with benefits, where it almost feels like you're fighting with the person even though you both are agreed in this almost like game of sexual encounters, where it can feel very playful at sometimes and really fun and really exciting and gets your endorphins flowing. But then at the other side, you feel this loss at some times and you feel like you're almost like a loser within this game in this like situationship. It's like a very push and pull cat and mouse game that is so messy. And that's not even talking about their situationship within this show. That's just talking about situationships in general. But the point of that was to point out the soundtrack that is used immediately from the beginning of the episode and how it already sets the tone and the pacing of what this show is going to be through the episodes.
Showcasing the 2 most talked about prospects in the world, Canada's Shane Hollander and Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
Like whoever is doing the announcements is eating. Like he sounds like a real sports announcer. Like I can't wait to see them fight because that was one of my favorite things when I watched in an actual hockey game, was seeing the players get into a little scuffle. And I know that's like really barbaric of me to say, and like it's not like ladylike at all. But when I was watching it, I was like, oh yeah, like what are you mad about? Like tell me what you're mad about. And I really can't wait for that to be shown in the series because they're obviously gonna fight. Someone's gonna fight someone on the hockey rink. They have to.
Oh, and just to be clear, we are thrilled that Shane is Asian or Asian Canadian.
I guess like my show just like I guess my screen recording was like, fuck that. Like I don't want to watch this. Like I guess that's what they said.
Shane is Asian or Asian Canadian. Very thrilled.
We're thrilled that he's Asian, and the mom just took it. You see that? That's crazy. By the way, this is also like a streamlined thing throughout the show that I am excited to see how it plays out in full, because again, I did not read the end of the book, so I don't really know how things end. But they keep kind of referencing how he feels like tokenized or really like praised because of his ethnicity, and it's just little nuggets here and there, like just little nuggets, little chicken nugget. But I really want to know how it plays out in full, because right now I'm kind of like, okay, like what? Like, are you gonna do anything about it? I guess it's also supposed to show the contrast between the two characters of Shane being this kind of like tokenized, really praised, not only for his like overall career of being this kind of golden boy and being very like brand friendly and having like, you know, he's young and he's attractive and he's, you know, got this like, you know, diversity thing going on. Like being Asian, like he's got this diversity thing going on. Like, you know, I felt that too. It seems like they're really trying to put the two on two opposite sides of the spectrum, where Shane not only is praised upon in media and by brands, he's also has two loving parents that support him and come to like every single game, and his mom is like momager and all that type of stuff, whereas Ilya is basically alone. His parents not only are not there, I think his mom passed away, and his dad is very hard on him and his reputation within hockey and in life. And then we get like the gym scene. This is the gym scene that I think a lot of people were really excited about, and I think it was actually, I would say, one of the best written scenes within the book, because it's very high intensity. It's all through the perspective of Shane, I believe. It feels very intense while reading it, and I was glad that they were able to capture that in the show while watching it, because honestly, when I was like, they're gonna make this show, I'm like, this scene's gonna look fucking stupid. Because I thought it read really well, but I didn't know how it was gonna be translated into a show and pick up the same energy of being sexy and full of tension and not like goofy and comedic and silly almost. Because to me, two men competing over who's going faster on a cardio machine is very silly. But I think they did a really good job. I think the movement of the camera and it not being like a standstill shot and kind of showcasing how far they're willing to push themselves to just like showcase the other one up, I think was done really well. Like, how much water was actually in the water bottle? Because it just seems like it was like an endless amount. Like, they just kept taking the hugest swigs from it, and it just like never ended. Because to me, I feel like whenever I have my like water bottle, it's like one swig and it's gone. Oh, and look at me, you know, I'm Mr. freaking looking at the water bottle. I'm not the fact that they're oogling each other's bodies and penises. I was looking at the water, thinking about how much water was in the water bottle.
The fact that they're hot, sweaty, and looking at each other, breathing heavy.
I was looking at the amount of water they were intaking. Ugh, just like freaking nerd. Okay, so this is the scene I really want to talk about. It's this photo shoot that they're doing for like a promotional, like for the game. They're doing promo. They're doing like PR photo shoots, you know, whatever. And this is kind of the first scene that we see them kind of spend a lot of social time with each other and also break down a little bit more within those I'm so tough, I'm gonna beat you on the ice exteriors that they've been having throughout the show. In a sense, the first time they have fun together. Right.
I love good news. Love good news. I just love good news.
Why? When did they tell you?
No, they told me nothing. It was my idea.
And this is also the first time we see more of the interest from Ilya, where he tells Shane that he's the one that actually thought of doing the commercial together. And it's kind of like, well, like, why'd you want to do the commercial with me? Like, it's kind of like, you want to do the commercial with me? Like, and the next scene that they have together, I can't show, but I will talk about. It is when they're in the shower, butt-ass naked, and the scene is half their butt. Such a weird scene. I always find this scene to be weird. And by always, I mean that the like shower, like locker room scene for like same-sex relationships depicted within like TV and shows is like the most stereotypical, like common trope ever. Like it's like that, and then like bully turns into lover. Like those are the two at the top. And I always just find them so uncomfortable because I just put myself in that mindset of just like taking showers in front of people. Like I would just kill me. I can't get a good wash in front of people, you know, like it's just not happening. And that's like the only thing I can think about when I'm watching those scenes. And I know that the point of the scene is to showcase mutual attraction. It's supposed to showcase longing gazes between the two characters, and we see that within this scene. We see these two boys ogling each other up and down and down and up and down, and longing on the down, front, back, front.
I thought this was a classy party.
We see it. We see it all, what they're looking at, right?
Not here.
So this scene, I'm like, okay, so like, I'll explain the scene to you guys. In the scene, Shane becomes aroused in the showers. And Ilya gives him a little eyebrow raise. Shane's like, fuck off, like it doesn't mean anything. Like he doesn't say that, but he's like thinking that. He's like, ugh, like it literally like doesn't mean anything. And then Ilya starts wanking it in front of him. And then like, you know, the thing is, okay, I'm not like the most PG girl out here, right? Like we've talked about a lot of things on this channel, but you know, there's only so much I can talk about. They have this sort of like cat and mouse game where Ilya is feeling on himself, looking at Shane in the shower, and Shane is like, what the heck, like, does he like me or something? Right, like common things we've all thought of while someone is making a direct advance on us is like, do they like me? And then Shane says, not here. And so then they have a conversation where they're like, meet up here, like this is my room number. Like if you want to come on down, come on down. And so Shane comes on down to the hotel room, right? And they have a sex scene. And the thing is that I would love to say I knew what they were gonna do within the show, because like I've watched rated R things before. I've watched sex on screen before. Like I've seen movies that depict a lot of sex, like been there, done that. But they get down, like they really do get down within this show. Like booty's out, of course. Of course booty's out. Like of course their butts are gonna be in the scenes. And this first encounter that they have is just third base. Just a little bit of third base where they, like, for lack of better words, go down on each other.
I ate him right the fuck up.
It's an interesting scene because it's like unspoken that they both like are very much attracted to each other, and then in this scene they really like just unleash it, and it's just really interesting to see them because in the first 15 minutes they're very much like, I'm not going into that zone, like we're like rivals and I don't really know you like that, and like XYZ. And so in this scene they really unleash on each other in many ways. And if the shower scene didn't set up what type of show this was gonna be, this scene definitely did. For better or for worse, whether you like it or not. Now this scene eats. This is the all-star game. They're doing press for the game. I don't even know what the hell they're saying. I really don't. I wasn't paying attention to what they were saying. I was only looking at like the little chemistry that they're having. They're like playing footsie, and I just love that so much within anything. I just love seeing that. Like that's why like sometimes I love a little hidden romance where they're like not like telling everybody and it's like a secret, and they're having these little moments like underneath the table and holding hands in secret. Like I love it. Like loved this scene. Don't know what the hell they were talking about. I wasn't paying attention to anything that they were saying, like only really excited the fact that they were playing footsie underneath the table.
To restore Boston to its former glory, and how much of that do you take on personally?
Sorry, not to jump the gun here, but with Rosanov's permission.
Well, maybe I should have been paying attention to this scene because that was actually really cute. Like, I'm actually so stupid because that was actually a really cute scene. That was actually a really beautiful scene where they like connected on another level, and like it wasn't about like their sexual feelings towards each other, but it was actually about a moment of relatability within each other, that they both had this, you know, outstanding pressure to represent their teams, and they had so much pressure on themselves, and Shane recognizing that the question that was asked Ilya was like kind of completely unfair, and that he was like kind of freaking out next to him, and he saved him, and you know, that was actually really beautiful and quite stunning. And I actually was like, the fact that right before that I was like, I actually don't give a fuck about what they're saying, because like I was just caring about what they were doing underneath the table. And actually the whole point of the footsie was that they were like saying thank you to each other.
He's someone chasing you.
I'm standing in the hallway like an idiot. Scott Hunter is right next door.
I just have to say, like, can anyone see what's going on? Like, on such a real level. Like, can anyone see the two boys kissing? Like, all I want to see is the two boys kissing, and I can't. Like, can we turn up the light, please? Can we turn on the light? Because I can't see them. And the whole reason I watched this show was so I could see the two boys kissing. Anyways, so within the honky scene, they like schedule like another meetup. Like they like schedule a little like meet and greet with each other again later that night. And it's kind of this, you know, we can see a little bit more of the chalantness of these two meeting up with each other, because I think within the first half of the episode it feels very nonchalant, like they almost like they do it every day, where they're just like meet me at 112, like, you know, 1121, like meet me there, and it seems very nonchalant that they do it every single day. And within this scene, when Shane comes to the room, he's like, why aren't you letting me in quicker? Like,
Hockey player Scott Hunter is right next door. He's going to see that I'm waiting outside Ilya Rosanov's room. What the heck are you doing?
and I like that because it puts a little bit more pressure on the fact that like they are chalant about it. Not only the fact that they're seeing each other, which, you know, they are rivals, but also the fact that, you know, they are in the closet and don't want people to know that they're gay. So it's like multiple levels of risk adding on to this relationship. And I think that romance shows and romance plots sometimes have a hard time creating risk and raising the stakes within their plot line, because it's hard, you know. It's like a lot of the times when you're writing romance, it's like you have to put in obstacles for these people not to be together, because if they're just together throughout the entire movie and go through normal relationship things, like nobody's gonna watch. You have to see them like yearn for each other. And so I think that creating multiple levels of risk, not only the fact that they're rivals and that they're on competing teams and that they're like pitted against each other, but the fact that they're also within the closet and also, you know, are gay is like another scandal on top of that. And I think that raises stakes well for romance. And you know, I love that. I love any type of like enemies to lovers, like any type of rivalry. Romeo and Juliet were on competing sides. It is always gonna do it for me, you know? Always gonna do it for me.
She's got a point.
Like, would have been tens if, okay, like it would have been tens if I could see what was going on. I'm all for sultry lighting. I love sultry lighting. Probably prefer it. But this is even much for me.
Have you ever? Do you want to?
I'm gonna skip it. Like, it's just like, not my circus, not my monkeys. Like, there's only so much I can say.
I thought this was a classy party.
This scene also ends really weird, this sex scene that they have, because they do whatever and they have their little moment and then they just kind of like leave. And that's always, I hate it when they include that, but they have to include it because it's like, it's to showcase like how like it's all business. And by it's all business, I mean it's all sex. And they just like, it's so matter of fact when they leave after. It's just, oh, it pings me. And it always pings me when someone's like a little bit sad about it. When someone's a little bit sad that they left, like, it does ping me. It makes me, I'm an empath at the end of the day. The last scene of this episode, which I love, by the way, I actually love it, by the way, it takes place at this, like, thing where they're giving out awards, like an award ceremony where they're competing for Rookie of the Year, and Shane actually wins and Ilya's not there. Shane goes up to the rooftop and he finds Ilya and he's like, what the fuck, why weren't you, like, you're so mad, like, you're so full of pride you can't even show your face when I win Rookie of the Year. And Ilya's like, it actually, not everything is about you. And it's like a really, like, it's such a weird scene because they're both just like increasingly get more mad about stuff, and they like kind of don't realize that they're like not mad at each other, and they don't even realize why they're getting so mad. And here, I'll just play it.
And I guess I thought maybe we...
Oh, this scene is so good because you can see like Shane inching to say something like a little bit more romantic after Ilya's like, I'm going back home in 3 days. And it's so good.
See you next season?
And he ends it with a handshake, and it's essentially a goodbye. Like, this is over. This is so over. And put out his hand to shake his hand and say goodbye. And Ilya just pushes him back and kisses him. And he's like, you know, fuck that. Like, actually, fuck that. I also wish I could see this scene. I do wish I could see this scene. You know, I am just a girl that wants to see two boys kiss in proper lighting.
What the fuck are you doing? We're both in tuxedos out in public.
No one is looking.
You don't know that.
Just like two people that like don't know how to express their emotions. Oh, it's gotta be my favorite thing ever to watch two people that don't know how to express their emotions. Like, it's so painful, it's so like awful to watch, but then it's just like, it's so juicy and amazing that I also love it. And I think that scene, other than the lighting, depicts it perfectly. And I think that's like where I really start liking heated rivalry, because honestly, at some points, I'm like, you guys just wanted to make a little smutty show and show gay sex scenes. And you know what? There is like an audience for that. Like, it's not me. Like, you know, I do need a little bit of plot and a little bit of angst and a little bit more than that. And I think this is where this is where the show sold me right here, is when they really showcase that unspoken feelings between the two characters and this like magnetic pull but push that they both have away and towards each other, that I really liked, and how it was depicted, how it was acted, and just, I don't know, it just put this little bow at the end of the like pilot that sold it for me, and probably for a lot of other people, because you know, I love a sex scene, but you couldn't just sell me on sex. You can't just sell sex to me. I'm more than that. Sometimes. Through the second episode, we're in summer. We're seeing them on their little journey, but we're also seeing them text more, which is kind of a vital part of their relationship, is texting. And they're both in each other's phones as different names. I think Ilya is Jane, and then Shane is Lily, I believe.
Why the fuck did you think it was okay to sex me before the game? What the fuck?
Like,
You were hurt, weren't you?
Why the fuck would you think it's okay to sex me before the game?
and I've always said that. That's the thing, is that I've always said that. I've always been like it's not okay to sex before the game.
Come here.
No, you come here.
No, you come here.
No, you come here.
That's so funny, because like Ilya's like, come here, and Shane's like, no, you come here. Like, I think it's like really funny, and that wasn't to like make fun of him. It was just like, that would be me too. Like, you come here, and he's like, come here, and he's like, come here. No, you come here. This is a long scene, by the way. Their sex scene and this one is really long. That was like at least 5 minutes of them having penetrative sex for the first time. I'm sorry to be so clinical about it, but I don't know what else you wanted me to say. That's the first time they do that. And so it's a very intimate scene, and it showcases them sharing that moment. You know, it's very vulnerable in a sense, because I think for, you know, anything of that sort, it is very vulnerable, and I think they do showcase it in a very nice way. And I think that, you know, a lot of the times within gay sex depicted in media, a lot of the times it can be very abrupt and rough and sometimes lacking intimacy. And I don't mean that to criticize every single like gay sex scene depicted in media, because there's so many, but I think that a lot of people that I've seen see that as an issue sometimes, that a lot of the times with gay sex, it's like this secret, and it's like rough and quick and hard and get it over with, like, and it's like a lot of the times it lacks that intimacy that gay men can have. And I think that showcasing that intimate moment and still making it hot and still making it steamy and still having this, you know, tension between the two characters and making it sexy, but also making it intimate in a way, and showcasing the real vulnerability that you have to have while having sex with someone, regardless of your gender, regardless of your sexuality. It's still a very intimate and vulnerable, scary thing to do sometimes, in my opinion, because you're really opening up to someone and trusting someone in that way. But that scene wasn't just intimate and sacred and vulnerable. Like, they were going to Pound Town and smacking, clapping. That was clapping. That was what was happening. So it wasn't just all, it wasn't all just like, you know, intimate candlelit sex. Like, you know, there was some clapping in that scene, and I won't show it, but you know, view at your own discretion. You know, this is not an advertisement to watch the show, to not watch the show. You know, it's all view at your own discretion.
Hey, remember when I made you come hands-free?
Go fuck yourself, Rosanna.
Such a good trick.
Your cab is definitely here.
Like, they kind of love each other already. Like, they like full like conversation before he leaves for the cab. Like, a real hookup would just leave out the door and like salute to you. Like a goodbye kiss. Slow and steady on the staircase. Like, you only do that if you love someone. I'm sorry.
Please, go.
You didn't answer my text.
No, I did not answer your boring text. Now will you go?
Fine.
Like, and that's what gets me is that, like, you know, I could rag on Shane all day long. At the end of the day, I am Shane. In all situations, like, I'm like, what's going on, guys? Like, what's the issue? Like, are you okay? And they're like, actually, leave me the fuck alone. And I'm like, okay, fuck me then. Like, I guess I just won't ever say anything again. Like, whatever. Like,
it was stupid. I shouldn't have said it anyways.
You won't even acknowledge I exist unless there's a fucking camera pointed at us, and then it's for some fucking clown show. So yeah, what the fuck do you actually want from me?
I want you to suck my dick.
Oh, fuck you. You are unbelievable. You suck my dick.
Like, you suck my dick. Like, I don't know. That is actually the most insulting thing you can say to someone that's like trying to open up to you and be like, actually, like, you kind of hurt me. He's like, suck my dick. It's like, okay. Like, I just like won't say anything ever again. Like, sometimes Ilya is horrible. I'm sorry. Like, I can like appreciate him at some points, but like sometimes he's just like, that was just rude.
If you want me to get on my knees on this filthy bathroom floor and suck your dick, you will have to ask nicer than that.
And then he's like demanding me to ask him nicely to suck my dick. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't.
Please get on your knees on this filthy bathroom floor and suck my dick.
And he does it. Like, the thing is that Shane does it. I'm like, dude, like, he wasn't even nice to you in this scene. And you're like, I don't know. And I like Ilya in a lot of scenes, but this scene I was like, that was kind of mean.
You'll come back to my hotel room, and I will maybe do more than just suck your dick.
And he's giddy as hell. Like, the thing is that he's like really giddy about it as well. Like, he ignored everything that you said, told you to suck his dick, made you ask him to suck your dick, and then said, actually, no, you're gonna wait the entire night, and then like maybe later we'll do something. Like, definition of a situationship. Like, just sometimes in a situationship, you're just treated horribly and you still are like, okay, like, you're just still so happy. You're like, yay, like, you know, we're gonna hang out later, right? like, I'm Shane. At the end of the day, like, I'm judging him, but also I am him. But I am judging Ilya a little bit because, like, that sucks. And the sex scene is sexy and, you know, sex. Like, how many more sex scenes do I have to like commentate on? Like, it was a sex scene. But the thing is that what's different about this is that it's a little bit more at an arm's distance, especially for Ilya. And you'll see that and you see that even how they're kind of interacting with each other, that it's like at an arm's length distance. Whereas before, the last time they were intimate at Shane's loft, it was very much romantic and very intimate, and then this is a big switch. So even though they are having sex, there was something different. And real romancers know that. Real watchers know that.
To Russia for the summer? Do you even like it there?
I need to sleep.
Like, you wanted to spend the night, don't even play.
So, I'm off.
Goodbye, Hollander.
And that's what kills me. It's like you get a little, it's like with this friends with benefits thing, it's like you get an inch and then they like, it's 1 step forward, 3 steps back. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel for Ilya, you know, he's got like, he doesn't want to talk about home and he doesn't want to get too intimate and he doesn't want to like bridge that, like I get it. But ooh, it hurts so bad. It hurts the soul in a lot of different ways. And again, because I just feel this like, I feel this like relatability with Shane, that like I am the Shane. Like, I'm like oversharer, like, you know, over explainer. Like,
can I just spend the night?
like, that's me. Like a little text after just to make sure it ends on a little bit of a better note. Like, that is also me as well. To a fault. We didn't even kiss. We didn't even kiss. we didn't even kiss. Right. 1,000%. And it's those endings of the episode that really get me, right? Like the endings of the episode showcasing like Shane's angst and like feelings that are truly developing, like that is what gets me. I love that stuff. That is like, oh, I want it like pumped into my heart. I love that stuff so much because like if you're a true romance watcher, there's nothing more than you love than miscommunication, better yet, no communication, and a pull for someone's character, a heartache that you don't want to upset the situation because at the end of the day, you'd rather have a little bit of someone than nothing of them at all. Like in real life, like so annoying, but like in movies. Next episode 3, like we're not gonna watch because I actually thought it was the worst episode ever. And for many reasons of that, I will get into why I hated it. For a multitude of reasons other than the fact that it's not following the main characters. Again, I will reference that I have read the book. So I know what Scott's role is later on. Scott Hunter is another hockey player, and I know what his role is later on in the series and for the plot. Right? Like totally know that. Still hated this episode. Still hated episode 3 more than I can say, especially I would think I would have hated it regardless of the amount of episodes that they have, but it pains me even more when you only have 6 episodes and you chose to make an episode that. Like you only had 6 episodes and you chose to make an entire episode that. Completely okay if you want to splice it in here and there, if you want to have a little B storyline. Whatever. Making like a backdoor pilot, I hate it. Not in season 1, not on episode 3, maybe season 2, maybe episode like 4. Like, what do you mean it's the 3rd episode of the series? I don't think these two characters of Scott and Kip in the 3rd episode have chemistry. Every single time there's like a scene where like their sex scene where like Scott's like,
I just want you so bad.
and it just like, it does not come off as convincing. It does not come off as like, it doesn't, no, it doesn't. And it doesn't, and you know what, no hate to the actors, a little bit, you know, I don't know, I don't find Scott's character to be super compelling or super interesting for that matter. And later on, Scott has an impact on the story. He does have an impact. Would I say it's the biggest impact ever? Like, no. I think it is important. I don't wish that they would just like remove Scott's character from the entire thing. No, I think it's like completely valid. I think he's an impact on the show, an impact on the characters and the story, and right, like he has a purpose. The episode, no. And it would be something if they were really like, they had the chemistry down or something, but like, it was fine. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. It just wasn't, not with Ilya and Shane's chemistry being so through the roof. Like, it's like Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Like, that's what it was giving. It's like, sure, the two can coexist on their own planes of like chemistry, but like when you're comparing them side by side, which you kind of inevitably do because they're in the same show, it's like, yeah, one of these is not like the other. I just did not like this episode in terms of just in general and its place within the show as well. And so in conclusion, like, I do get why the show is making a lot of buzz. And so in conclusion, I do understand why this show is making noise. I think that it's been a while since we've seen kind of an adult romance show that, you know, depicts this fun, intense plot between two characters. I think that a lot of the times I think that in terms of shows, we have a lot of romance shows that, you know, are more garnered towards teens that I think obviously serve their place and obviously, you know, are so important for, you know, teens growing up or young adults, you know, that is so amazing. But then I also think that like in terms of like me getting older, it's like there's only so much teen romance I can watch. There's only so many high school stories I can watch nowadays. I still will enjoy my Summer I Turned Pretty. I think that in terms of adult romance shows, you either have like Summer I Turned Pretty or like something like that your parents would watch. Bridgerton filled that gap for a lot of people, especially straight people, because it, you know, is depicting heterosexual, romantic, steamy, sexy, you know, romance scenes. And I think that's great. And I think that, you know, everybody deserves that as well. I think lesbians need a show that's steamy, that's for adults, that, you know, is romantic, that has intensity. And, you know, I'm happy to see that, you know, a gay couple is getting this show as well. That's not like tragic gay story about them being closeted their entire lives and then dying, you know? Like, I think that in terms of like queer romance, I think that we have like a big drought when it comes to happy ending gay couples within media, and always one of them dies, and it's just like, it's very depressing and sad and just not very hopeful. I think there's been such a major gap within the market for gay couples to have happy endings, you know? And I know the explanation was all over the place, but in short, I'm just glad to see more adult romances getting the shine, more fun, intense, but also like, you know, intimate and real romance showcased. I think it's really fun, and I love all things romance, so I'm excited to see this genre evolve and grow larger. And another special shout out to Free Cash for sponsoring today's video. Please let me know your thoughts about Heated Rivalry in the comment section down below. I would love to know what you guys think of. This was requested by many people for me to do, so if you requested it, I hope you watched it. And if you wanted me to do a part 2 on the last 3 episodes, make sure you leave a comment down below, because if you don't, I'm probably not gonna do it. I don't want to do stuff that you guys don't want to see. And if you think you're subscribed, make sure to check again, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people, so make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications bell as well, so you can be notified every single time I post a video and be some of the first people to watch it. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video.